No, I don't think there'll be any budging around today as well. And yesterday it was a very strong circuit that we had seen. There were just sell orders all the way down to almost 450, 500 rupees as well. A lot of selling pressure and clearly no buyers on street. So I'm expecting probably another circuit or at least a very sharp downtick to begin the trading session with. There have been downgrades across the board from brokerages as well because there wasn't a lot of confidence that came post the call as well. The question regarding why it happened is still unanswered. They are saying that they haven't received any communication from RBI and they too were caught by a bit of a surprise by this kind of move. They're very confident that they will be able to partner with other payments banks and get things working in a couple of weeks itself, and it will be back to normalcy in the month of March itself. But the street is a bit worried as to what will be the future and will there further steps be taken by RBI. But talking about brokerages, JP Morgan has downgraded the stock. They're talking about a target price of 600 rupees. They'll have to migrate their business to other banks, and that will dilute the economics and the network effect. So that's the other thing to watch out for. They say that they don't believe that the order is an end of the road for Paytm, but it materially impacts the growth in the near term. There's another downgrade that has come in from Axis Capital, and they've cut the target price all the way to 450 rupees now. Of course, it's a sell coming in from them. They're talking about how disruptions are at 3 levels. Of course, there'll be operational challenges when they'll have to move to the nodal accounts. There'll also be a shift in terms of the merchant QRs as well, and there would be heightened competitive intensity which others would like to take this opportunity and eat into their market share, and all of this will disrupt their business. So clearly, Nikunj, it's not like a small obstacle on the road, but it seems like they'll have to take a bit of a detour on the road to profitability now.
See, the crux of the business model has changed, right? And if the crux of the business model has to change, they don't have to take a detour. They will have to reimagine themselves. And that reimagination will come at a cost. It will come at a cost of what will happen to, it will come at a cost of revenue. It will come at a cost of operating cost, and it will also come at a cost of time when they'll have to come up with the new architecture. Look, this is not the end of the road for Paytm. I'm sure they will come out. But what the assumptions were as to where the franchise was moving, how the payment business is going to move, how the wallet business was evolving, what will happen to the insurance business, all that changes. Paytm was not cheap. Even at the current market cap, just look at the market cap. I mean, the market cap for Paytm is not very cheap. See, there are a lot of folks who bought actually into Paytm because of hope trade. Okay, the fintech space is improving, Paytm is improving, it's a market leader, it's a great brand. A lot of those sort of weak hands which bought into Paytm after the recent rise, they would be tempted now to get out. And then there is continuous supply which keeps on coming from anchor investor. So I'm not saying it's end of the road, but the point we just want to bring out for our viewers is that there is going to be more supply than demand in the near term, and you should not be tempted to buy Paytm even if it goes down 25 or 30% from here. It is better to buy Paytm when you get clarity as to how are they likely to re-architecture themselves, and also ask yourself this very big question. While Paytm may be coming out, Anisha, and saying that, look, we don't know why, the regulator does nothing without a why. I mean, there must be a backstory which we are not aware of, or maybe Reserve Bank of India does not want to share, but there is never a why when it comes to a regulatory regime, because if regulator has given you permission to do it, there is a check and balance and a framework which you have to bring, and if you're not following it, then it's a cross. So I want to know the why before I decide what is next for Paytm, and for me that is a bit of a sandook right now which I don't have the digital lock key for.